Seasons, greetings, and happy holidays. My name is Ben, and welcome back to the bench for another episode on the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas. Today we are on to build day number 10, and hopefully we get something quick, easy, and painless on today's build. Last time was a little bit of some trouble, but we got through it. And let's go ahead and grab the box and see what we have in store for us today. So you can see the first row is done, second row is done, third row, boy, we're getting there. Just 3 days left, 10, 11, and 12. So let's go ahead and punch on through 10 here. And let's see what we've got in store for us. See what the girlfriend did here. Fish around inside, find that label. Oh, there we go. Go ahead and remove the label, and let's go ahead and check it out. I don't know, guys. So far, the order has been awesome. Let's see how the ending goes here. Grab that tape, pull that off, and let's check it out. It looks like, oh, okay. We've got our 1/72nd scale Spitfire Mark 22. This should be a really fun little kit. I've actually been wanting to build a Spitfire for a little bit of time now. I love a good Spitfire, so this should be a lot of fun. I'm thinking I would love to do an ornament, but because this is kind of late in the season, don't really see the point of that right now. Instead though, I think what I want to do is have this so I can enjoy it all year round, but I don't want to put the landing gears down and do all that stuff. So I think what I'm going to do, try to make up some sort of a stand. That way I can have it sitting on my desk and I can enjoy it year round. So yeah, let's jump in there. It looks like we do have an option for folded landing gears, which is perfect. We also have a pilot, which would be kind of fun to paint. So yeah, we're going to get in there. We're going to get this thing going. Let's go ahead and work on the cockpit, get everything painted, put together, get the fuselage assembled, work on any sort of seams, and get this thing going. So let's go ahead and jump into that first time lapse, guys. Let's see what we can do. Alright everybody, so as you can see the Spitfire is in more or less a flying chassis. We've got our wings on, our tail on, our fuselage is all put together. We've got a pilot in there. I pulled this from the spares box, and this is actually a stand from the USS Shenzhou with the top notch right here from the USS Enterprise from Discovery. I've got a couple of those kits and I just wanted to do my own stand, and I have these as spares, so we're going to go ahead and use this. It's a ball and socket joint, so it should be able to allow the Spitfire to be put in any position I want, though banking up, left, right, all sorts of cool things. So that would be neat to have on my desk, and I can change up the position anytime I like. I used one of these stands, I think last year on my Blackhawk, and I liked how it fit. I liked how it worked. I didn't necessarily like that model. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Blackhawk, we're going to put it onto the tree. We're going to use this stand and we're going to retrofit it here for the Spitfire, because I honestly like the Spitfire a little bit more than the Blackhawk, and this is going to be more fun to have it work. So I think it's going to be a good move. Now all we have to do is figure out how to mount it to the bottom of the Spitfire, and that I think is going to be easier than you'd imagine. We're going to go ahead though and kind of position this more or less in the middle of the Spitfire. We're going to drill a hole in the bottom of it, push on through, and then we'll just mount the stand, but we'll mount it at the very end of the episode. I don't want to mount it just yet because I got to get in there, do painting and decaling and weathering, so I don't want the stand in the way. So instead we're just going to go ahead and drill a hole, get this thing set up, and I think we'll be good to go. I just have to make sure that wherever I go ahead and put that mounting hole, I don't drill into the cockpit or interfere with anything on the inside, though there's quite a bit of room in there, so I think I should be good. So let's jump back into our second time lapse here. We're going to start working on the stand, get that ready for mounting. Then I want to prime the aircraft. I want to go ahead and come in with a nice black basing of all-clad gloss black. Then I want to go after this with RAF high-speed silver. That should be a decent color. Then we'll do a little bit of detail painting, get that red stripe on there, work on the exhaust, and of course get it all nicely gloss coated for decals. So let's get back in there, guys. We are getting there. All right, everybody, we are back and the Spitfire is looking prime. We're going to go ahead and drop on our decals now. We have everything gloss coated, so we are ready. And I think that should be a pretty painless process. We've got a couple of stencils, yes, but nothing too bad. We've got a microsol and a microset, 2 brand new bottles. So we are ready to go ahead and cut out the decals, get those applied, get them nicely gloss coated after they are fully cured, and then we can get on to weathering. And for weathering, I want to keep this a little bit on the cleaner side. Plus, with this being all clad paint, even though I have gloss coated it, it'll be gloss coated twice before I get to the weathering phase. I don't want to take a chance and use something that might affect the paint underneath. So we're going to stick with a clay-based wash, and I've got a couple of ideas for that. But we'll go ahead and jump in there to our first time lapse, get everything decaled, get everything nicely gloss coated, get everything weathered. Then we'll finally mount it onto the stand, and we'll be back and I'll show you guys the finished product. One last time lapse, guys. Let's finish up our Spitfire. All right, everybody, we are back, and after a little bit of time here on the bench, build day 10 is done, and I'm very happy how this turned out. Let's go ahead and grab the kit there, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Actually turned out way better than I thought it was going to, and here it is on our stand, ready to go, and I love it. I think it was so much fun. The Airfix kit went together beautifully. The stand fits very nicely. It's not too obtrusive, and yeah, it can go on my desk at work, and I'm a happy camper. Let's go ahead and zoom in for you here, and you can check out some of the details. I absolutely love this color scheme. I hardly ever see a silver Spitfire, so the silver with the rondels and of course the red and the yellow here on the fuselage. Absolutely love the coloring on the Spitfire. You'll also notice that I did a little bit of panel line wash with some UMP dark dirt. That is a clay-based wash, and I have found it to be wonderful for this sort of stuff. Just a little bit of dirt in the panel lines just to go ahead and make them pop, but nothing too crazy to make it look all disheveled and weathered. Undersurface, of course, we've got our decals on there. Same thing. A little bit of dark dirt here really made some of those panel lines pop. Different angles, it looks a little bit more weathered than others, but that's all good. We've got our 3 lights here, a green, red, and kind of an auburn yellowish orange. And yeah, I am happy with this. This turned out to be super fun. Highly recommended. This kit is awesome. Had a blast. Plus, putting it on a stand allows me to enjoy this year-round as opposed to just for a couple of weeks during the holiday season. If the girlfriend had put this a little bit sooner in the lineup, I probably would have made it an ornament and hung it on my tree. But in this case, I get to enjoy it at work all year round. So yeah, pretty happy with that. But with that being said, guys, we're moving on now to day number 11. We just have 2 more kits left to go. Can you believe it? Just 2 more. So next episode, we'll get into build day number 11. We'll see what we have in store for us there and push on and try to finish this series by the end of the week. But we do have New Year's coming up, so you never know. Might get a little bit hectic. Until our next episode, you guys know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool, and we'll see you back here on the next episode of the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas for build day 11. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.